Locked and loaded now, and the first of 11 about to get underway here at Rosehill. Beautiful sunny winter's day, and we're ready to go. Racing now, and Life Coach was the last out of the gates. Mckell Maximus gets back. IPO being sent forward from the wide draw with the intent of leading. Cruel Summer, though, zips up underneath. So IPO and Cruel Summer having a good duel for the lead. Flying Trapeze bounced into a very forward roll, followed then by Life Coach. Getting up on the inside is Conrad and a putt for Doe. 2 lengths to Peace Officer. Emmerdella settles about midfield, one off the rails on the outside of Zuccarino in the club colours. Then came Jamara Beach from Sabrenko, Navy Blood, at a gap of 3 in the field to Extreme Freedom on the outside of Mckell Maximus, and 2 lengths away to Herb. So there's about 15 lengths covering the field. Cruel Summer got to the front from IPO and Life Coach on a 3-wide par. Putt for Doe fourth, getting a good trail. Conrad under the pump. Then came Emmerdella, who's one off the fence in the red cap. Flying Trapezes pulling up, but Cruel Summer with a good kick at the 300. Putt for Doe's been stalking, coming off heels. IPO sticking on. 2 lengths away to Emmerdella. Cruel Summer under siege now. IPO and Putt for Doe, and here comes Navy Blood and Emmerdella putting in. Emmerdella and Navy Blood, they're broken clear to fight it out. Emmerdella the inside from Navy Blood, and Emmerdella goes home best. Emmerdella wins the midway by a length to Navy Blood. Boy, Herb's gone right around the entire field to get up and run third. Sabrenko flashing home. Then Putt for Doe, followed by IPO. The leaders got tired, followed by Jamara Beach. Then came Peace Officer, Flying Trapeze. Further back to Extreme Freedom, Life Coach, a good gap to Mckell Maximus from Cirebon, Zuccarino, and Conrad not having a good prep so far.
Emmerdella, the all-too-hard filly. She gets her 3rd career victory. She has been up a while. John Thompson's done a fantastic job. Drops 14 back to 13 and was so strong late. There was a ferocious early tempo. Those on speed have completely capitulated over the concluding stages. 15, 5 Navy Blood loomed the winner, but just bumped into one a bit too good today. The 12 has run a bottler there in Herb. Has been in fantastic form this preparation, and to my eye it is tight fourth, that 4th spot. The 16 looked as though it was in front before and after the line, but it's probably too close for me to call. Fantastic race, but 15 too good. Emmerdella.
Yeah, didn't she power home late? So the blinkers have done the trick there. They've gone on at her past 2 starts, just sharpened her up a touch, and when the race was there to be won or lost with Navy Blood cruising up towards the outside, she really put them to the sword. So an all-important city win for a filly that's clearly come back really well this time in, and she continues to improve. Navy Blood, no excuse, but good to see him bounce back from a disappointing showing last start. And Herb remains underrated and just kept chipping away at the margin. So we're still waiting on confirmation for 4th, but Putt for Doe did look prominent if I was having a gamble.
Yeah, she always looked to be travelling really, really well underneath Chad Schofield there, and good to see Chad Schofield getting down to these lightweights. This time of year, it's quite hard for those bigger jockeys to get the weight down. It doesn't fall off as easy, but good to see him riding 55. Well done.
Absolutely, and well done to Shani Buckley, who gets her day off on a winning note. Rod, fantastic, and that's an important win, a Saturday win for this girl.
Oh, it certainly is. She's only had, that's a 10th start today. I don't think it's a 3rd or 4th win, so, she's very honest and she's always around the money. So John's done a great job with her, and Joe O'Neill, another one to his selection, so it's very good.
Absolutely, and fit as a fiddle, 14 back to the 1300 when a few started to capitulate off the back of that decent speed. This girl, she was so strong late.
Well, she's in a great spot today. John wanted to, be positive when she jumped and where she's comfortable, and he rode her beautiful, so no complaints.
He's got a decent book of rides today too, Chad. He's off to a flyer. Well done.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Congratulations to Rod and, of course, John and the entire team. But Chad Schofield, he's probably had a few meetings over the past few months where he's had 1, maybe 2 rides. But today, it's a full book. Don't worry about that. And hopefully he'll be returning to the Scala winner a few times today for those who follow him. So this girl, she's done a great job. 5th up from a break, was against Until Valhalla last time out, who's really capable of a good run on its day. Held the rest of them pretty comfortably, and today in the testing conditions was the strongest late. Corey.
Well done, Chad. Set up really well with the hot speed.
Yeah, perfect. She actually jumped really well today. She was first out the pens. Thought I might posse up a bit closer, but the inside horses sort of dug up inside, so I just eased her back in behind out of that pace duel, and we had a perfect run. We cut the corner, come out, and she was strong late.
How was that track?
Felt okay. I think it might rip up a bit later on. It's a bit shifty underfoot, but not terrible.
Good way to start.
Thanks.
Yeah, fantastic way to start. Well done to Chad Schofield. He's a brilliant rider, we know that, and it was a lovely steer here to kick off his day with Emmerdella.
So with Jay Ford placing Amaranth into the starting gates, they're locked and loaded. There's the light, ready to run for the highway, Class 3, 1500. Racing, there's a great line out, although the favourite was one of the last out she had, but it's got the fence to improve. White Out Toes in the Water was pretty sharp into stride, Invasive Dreams handy. The grey silver halos in the thick of the action. Final comments going up towards the inside. So getting across Toes in the Water is going to lead. Silver Halo to second, then Invasive Dreams. I think that's a girl's best friend, White Out, together with Soul Lady. No, it's County Kilkenny, the one going to second, and Soul Lady caught wide. Now Shehab on the improve goes up into about a 3-fence position on the inside of Associate. Kai Hoko right there as well. Further back then to Final Comment. Over on the inside is Magnace, a length to Les Go. Wider Out Master Awards. Well back then a girl's best friend from He's a Copy Boy, Amaranth, and Largo's Daughters last of all. The field well strung out, and Toes in the Water dictating today from County Kilkenny. They've got 600 to go. Soul Lady goes to third from Silver Halo, nudged along. Further back to Invasive Dreams, then came Kaihoko, and Shehab is about 6 off the lead, and going back to the inside as they straighten up, and Toes in the Water is a 3-length leader with 300 metres to go from County Kilkenny, then Invasive Dreams. Shehab still a long way off them. They've got 200 to go. Toes in the Water. County Kilkenny's putting in Invasive Dreams. Then came Kahoko, a girl's best friend with a big run late, but it's Toes in the Water in front with 50 to go. Toes in the Water fending them all off. Toes in the Water led all the way from County Kilkenny. Invasive Dreams third, ahead away fourth, the girl's best friend. Associate with some minor headway late, followed up by Kaihoko, Soul Lady, and Shehab never really a factor. Then came Largo's Daughter, Silver Halo, Sonates, Les Go, Master of Rewards. Then came Amaranth, and He's a Copy Boy was one of the last to finish.
10 Toes in the Water. Kariah Keatings claiming the 3, gets a win in town for Nick Olive, and that makes it back-to-back wins after saluting at Goulburn over the 1500. Well done to Corey Brown. That was his keen eye that found that galloper out of the yard. So Shani gets one, Corey gets the other, and we're off to a good start today. The 12, County Kilkenny's run a bottler. The 16 in for third, Invasive Dreams, has been given a good push on punters' intel the past few weeks by Nick Burney. I hope he got a bit of the each-way price, and the 8 will ultimately run fourth. 10, 12, 16 and 8.
Yeah, nice confident ride there, wasn't it, from Kariah, who knows this galloper really well, this filly. She's in the zone. She's now made it 2 on the bounce, and deserved that, having run so well in Highway Company prior. So positive tactics, got to the right part of the track, the middle, and just kept on fighting. So a nice win for a filly with her tail in the air.
All right, we'll get over to Nick, who's strapping as well. So he's a busy boy today, but I'll pop over and have a quick chat to him. As you can see, owners on track, and they're particularly happy, and I'm sure Nick is as well. Oh, what a good horse this has been to you. Last start there at Goulburn, and then here again today.
Yeah, sure has. She's been running some super races up here in highways, just hasn't had any luck, and great ride from Kariah today. This is her favourite horse. She's got a great relationship with her, and she's just going from strength to strength. I'm so pleased for her. It's her first winner in town, and she's worked really hard to get where she is, and really awesome.
It's always a big moment, isn't it, getting that first Metro win, and she's been riding this horse for ages now. You've been up a little while, fitness, no drama in the concluding stages there.
Nah, that's right, and we knew that was going to be the case, and she just rated it beautifully. She likes to get out and, create her own momentum, and super effort. Just thanks to all the team at home as well. It's been a busy week, and finally the luck's turned around.
Well done. You deserve a change of fortune. Congratulations to Nick Olive. We'll let him get to his strapping duties. 10, 12, 16 and 8. The race time 1:32.38. And I did hear the first race was 2 seconds outside of the class record as well. So we're very much in that heavy range, as we already knew. 36.94 was that last 6, and the margins 1 1/4 lengths by half a length. But Corey, as I come to you for your thoughts post-race, you spotted this horse. What was it you liked out of the yard pre-race?
I just like the way that he paraded. He was up on the toe enough, but I think it was more so Kiara's claim that got the horse into the race really, really well. She, going back through the form, this horse has never been in front like that, but Kiara drew awkward, but she strolled forward. She rated that race really, really well out in front. So it's a big feather in the cap, first city winner.
Can you remember your first city winner?
Vividly. It was my first actual ride in town. It was on a horse called Royal again at Canterbury for Bob Law. Yeah, so I remember it vividly.
I'm sure you arrived back with a smile as big as Karaya's, and it is a huge moment to get that first win. Hey, it's Mckell Cup Day today. Do you remember that day in 1999?
No, I don't.
I wondered, actually. Actually, Shani's other half, he rode 2 winners of the Mckell Cup as well. Okay. When I mentioned it during the preview, Brad did say Corey Brown gets introduced as a lot of things, but the 1999 Mckell Cup winner is certainly not one.
I've never heard that one before.
I'll leave you with Karaya, Corey. So, big moment for her, and geez, it is a beaming smile as well as she returns. She's got a great association with Toes in the Water. She was on earlier on in the prep. They went around in a Guineas Prelude there at Wagga, were well beaten, but then went to Hawkesbury, and pretty much the form since then has been fantastic. Even that run, as mentioned by Nick, in the Highway 2 starts back right here at Rosehill was a bottler running 5th. Here's Corey.
Congratulations, first city winner. Well done.
Thank you, it's amazing.
How's it feel?
Look, overwhelming. Really good, a lot of work's gone into this and it means a lot.
You controlled that horse out in front really, really well.
Yeah, look, it wasn't necessarily the plan today, but we knew she's well into her prep, she's nice and fit, carrying 52. When I got out there, I didn't panic and you should try really hard.
A few fleeting moments down the straight, you thought you may have been getting beat?
Yeah, for sure. She's my favourite filly in the stables. I've done a lot of work with her and I know she's really tough, so I had my beliefs in her.
Congratulations, well done.
Thanks, Corey.
Well done, Karaya. Great moment. 10, 12, 16 and 8. Toes in the Water beats County Kilkenny. Invasive Dreams add some value to the already pretty juicy exotics, and A Girl's Best Friend runs 4th. A big run, having settled 2nd or 3rd last. 10, 12, 16, 8, 2 races down.
$9.50 into $5.50 today.
Here's Darren.
Squire Stayers Cup, benchmark 90 over the 2,400 metres, and the light is on. We're ready to go. Gates are back now. They're off and racing. Gonchurum was a bit sluggish out of the gates. Curator's pretty handy and might have the head in front in the early stages. From Torrens, as good as Sober gets. Naval Commissioner just been quietly ridden on the inside, followed by Father's Day, who's trying to muster. So Father's Day, one of the expected leaders, is getting to 4th but wide. Then Pesto the Rails from Spaycaster. Gonchuram's gone down to the fence from Funambulist, and Bonnie Ezra is last of all. So Torrens is going to hold the front and hold it quite clearly here for Louis Bazellin. Out by 2 on Curator Naval Commissioner. Well, Bailey Willers had no joy at all on Father's Day. He's riding its ears off and it won't go forward at the moment. Taking some winding up. As good as Sober gets right behind them with cover. Then came Pesto down on the rails from Spaycaster, Gonchuram, further back to Funambulist, and Bonnie Ezra is the last one. Torrens leads at the mile mark, and Father's Day, well, he couldn't get past Curator there. So Curator holds down second. The only thing Father's Day's achieved, he's been able to slot in and get some cover now on the outside of Naval Commission. As good as Sober gets is pulling hard on the outside of Pesto. A length into Spaycaster from Gonchuram, Funambulist, and Bonnie Ezra is the last one. Down the back they go, and Torrens bowling along. Bang on the halfway mark, leads by 2 lengths on Curator. 2.5 away to Naval Commissioner, half the outside to Father's Day. 2 further back to Pesto on the inside of As Good as Sober gets. 2 lengths then to Spaycaster from Gonchuram, just been nudged along there at the 1,000 from Funambulist. And Bonnie Ezra, about 12 lengths off, the leader is last. So it's Torrens in front, but Curator gets close to the outside. Naval Commission goes to 3rd. Although Father's Day's gone. It's not going to complete the course by the looks of it. And Curator goes on with the job now from Torrens. Naval Commission being pushed on. Staying with these leaders. 2 off to As Good as Sober gets them. Pesto, Spaycaster, Gonchuram, Funambulist, Bonnie Ezra. Put your Father's Day tickets in the bin. Coming around the turn, and Curator beat off Torrens. Curator goes a length and a half clear. Naval Commission under a punishing ride trying to give chase. As Good as Sober gets, and Spaycaster's coming with a great run on the outside. 300 to go. Curator 2 in front. front, a length in front, no longer in front. Spaycaster's scooped it up, and Spaycaster's drawn away from Curator. As Good as Sober Gets has had enough. Then Funambulist, but Spaycaster, he was really in the mood today, and this has been a big win. Spaycaster pulls right away to beat Curator. Came in defeat, really. Funambulist third. Gonchura wound up at the end into fourth. Further back to As Good as Sober Gets from Pesto. Bonnie Ezra. Further back to Naval Commission Torrens. We'll have to send a search party out for Father's Day.
Oh, a bit to unpack there. Let's start with the winner, Spaycaster, who was absolutely fantastic, settling off speed and was able to put them away over the concluding stages, put a gap on them. Curator probably loomed to win the race, but has ultimately just bumped into one a bit too good. A stablemate, of course. The 11 in Funambulist has only got warm that last 100 metres or so probably needs further in the 5. Ganchurin, another one that was just getting warm late. But the story there, Brad, undoubtedly Father's Day, who was pulled out of the race, the favourite.
Well, he wasn't quite himself, was he? But he didn't get to the front, and he just hoisted the white flag there. So forgive him that. Interesting enough, there's huge gaps back through the field, so some very tired stays there at the end of a testing 2,400 metres. But credit to Spaycaster, he simply outstayed his rivals and bounced back from 2 disappointing showings. So we knew he was better than that, and those punters that backed him at bigger odds today were certainly rewarded. I wouldn't take anything away from Curator, the only of the on-speed survivors, and a huge gap back to third. Interesting run by Ganchurin, very patchy run, but she was finding the line again.
Yeah, the race definitely changed complexions 3 or 4 times there from about the 600 metre mark. All honours with Rory Hutchins here. He's one of those riders, he's a heavyweight rider, doesn't get a lot of opportunities in town, but when he does get the opportunities, he makes the most of them. Well done.
Damien Fittens here representing the Chris Wallace stable, and you guys have had a pretty good race there, but we'll start with the winner in Spaycaster. Fantastic performance from off speed, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was great. Look, it was a great ride by Rory. There wasn't much tempo on early, so he just had the horse in a lovely relaxed rhythm. And it was great to see him do that today. His last 2 runs have been a bit disappointing since his impressive win at Newcastle. So, look, it's great for the owners, great for the team at home. They've done a good job. We just schooled him around the arena a bit and livened him up, and it was a good win.
Did you ever get to the bottom of what happened last time out in the Winter Cup?
No, we didn't. Look, Jay thought that he possibly might have had enough, but I think the tracks have just been that wet lately that it probably just he's run after Newcastle took it out of him. So he's bounced through that. The extra week off from the cancellation last week's helped, and it's great for the owners and the team to see him back in the winner's stall.
And quick thoughts on Curator as well?
Yeah, very good. We would have ideally liked to be a little bit further back in running, but he just pinged the gap barriers and landed there. So we're on to Matty. It was a great initiative just to get him in a rhythm and allow him to be happy and comfortable. And I thought he was courageous, as his day will shine soon.
Well done.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Rory. Gee, that race changed complexions 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, it did. Obviously, everyone thought Father's Day would string them out, and he couldn't get there. I saw Bailey driving the ears off him, and when we wanted to track into the race, he was stopping in everyone's face, so I just had to bypass that. And I was able to keep my bloke in a rhythm the whole way, which probably helped. And Chad Schofield took me everywhere I needed to go, and he just had to sprint home.
All right, mate.
Thank you.
Just sort of completed the course, but was tailed off. Light on, we're ready to go. Nana's Wish, the favourite. She certainly revved up for this, Nana. Gates are back now, and they're off and racing. Nana's Wish jumped well. So did Vega Magnifico. Caprice de Dieu for victory using the rails with unanimous. Amberites caught pretty deep. Decadent Tail went down to the rails. Nana's Wish goes back. Now pushing forward around the field in the early stages is Inquiring Minds trying to improve its position. Now back in the field is Bright Red from Boot Scooter 1A and 2 after Olympic Gaze. So Amberite's gone around them, and Amberite worked to the front here. Inquiring Minds up to second. Vega Magnifico, second run in blinkers today, is able to take a sit on the back of the speed on the inside of Caprice de Dieu. They're followed by Unanimous as they work down the back. Vegas Outlaw the outside. Then came Holstein for Victory Decadent Tail. Well, Nana's Wish, they wanted to ride her conservatively. They've achieved that. She's only got 4 behind her. Bright Red, Boot Scooter 1A. Last of all, Olympic Gaze. They lead the back. Amberite rolling in the lead. Out by a half to Inquiring Minds. Vega Magnifico travelling okay on the inside of Caprice de Dieu. Further back to Unanimous, Vegas Outlaw, Holstein on a 3-wide path. Then for Victory victory. Nana's Wish, Decadent Tale starting a run from last. Olympic goes ripping around the field. Bright Red well back in the field from Boot Scooter, and 1A is last of all, so it's Amberite in front narrowly, but the pressure being poured on now as they come around the corner from Inquiring Minds. Vega Magnifico eyeing off an inside run, not really keen to take it. Then came Caprice de Dieu. Nana's Wish is well back in the field, angling into the clear. 6 off the leader, which is Amberite, showing a good kick by 2. Closing in hard now is Caprice de Dieu. Amberite a length and a half, Caprice de Dieu. It's Amberite inside the 100, still in front from Caprice de Dieu. Amberite trying to fend off Caprice de Dieu, who's breathing down its neck. Amberite kicks and wins. Amberite ahead to Caprice de Dieu, and Bright Red's run third, followed then by Unanimous, Inquiring Minds. Nana's Wish ridden cold, that didn't come off. Further back to Boot Scooter, then came Inquiring Minds for victory. Vega Magnifico didn't let down, then Holstein 1A and Decadent Tale.
Oh, Amberite's been in fantastic form, this son of Poissy. We've seen that down south, showed ability there in New Zealand, and Matt Laurie comes to Sydney and steals the prize money. Fantastic performance, up on speed, and to be fair to Nana's Wish and Co, a lot of those that did settle further back, they kind of weren't afforded an opportunity to get into the race today with some pretty slow early sectionals there. The 2, Caprice de Dieu, loomed into the race, but in the end, you can't take anything away from the winner. Amberite was tough late. The 14 will run third, Bright Red, and the 4 ultimately running fourth in Unanimous. Pretty good race, but the 3 takes it out. Amberite, Brad.
Yeah, clever ride there, Regan Bayless. He summed it up pretty neatly in the early stages, took control, got a breather in the middle and gave a kick, and was left in front a long way from home, but to his credit, he pulled out enough late to hold off a very brave Capri de Jour. If you found him at big odds, you probably thought you were at home there halfway down the straight. $18 on the totes as far as a place dividend goes. So if he's in your multis, you're in for a nice collect, but a nice winner going forward, Amberite.
Yeah, couldn't agree more, Brad, with Regan Bayless's ride there. Like you said, he went out, showed enough initiative early, went fast enough, and then slowed them right up mid-race for a good furlong and a half there, and then skipped away. He was there to be beaten, but dug deep through the line. It was a tough win.
3, 2, 14 and 4. Well, Matt, congratulations coming here to Sydney and stealing the prize money with a horse that was so tough up on speed.
Yeah, thank you. We brought him up here for last weekend's racing. Obviously, that didn't go ahead. He's got really good wet track form in New Zealand, and he just seems to be a horse on the way up. We didn't have a suitable race in Melbourne, so more than happy to make the trip.
And Regan showed a lot of positivity early. It's amazing how far that goes.
Yeah, we gave him the option just to work it out, just ride the horse, but we expected him to flow forward. I was very happy to see him lead, but lead in a very relaxed manner, so I thought he had an easy time of it.
All right, a former Kiwi that seems to be making Australia home. Well done.
Thanks very much.
We're just moving in here, last couple, 2, 1, 4 and 5 late mail numbers. It's going to be pretty tight here, Tim, but can you give us a quick update?
Yeah, one-way traffic into $3.80 late here. Ha, ha, ha.
It's on, stand by. And they're racing. Oh, across the Rubicon, dawdled out of the gates, 4 lengths last. African Daisy jumped well, together with Anagen showing plenty of speed. Anagen's going to lead them up and do it comfortably from Demiana. Then African Daisy, Zoophoria and Ha Ha Ha's caught wide, and she's got work to do. Further back in the race then to Miss Thatcher pushing through on the inside of Dashing Lucy. A couple further back to Defining. Racing on the inside of Whiskey Wisdom. They're followed well back in the field by Bakerloo. And last of all is Cross the Rubicon. So it's Abalor in front. Abalor is the leader. Was pretty sharp early, Abalor. For by a half here on Ha Ha Ha. And they're going along at a good tempo. 3 lengths to African Daisy. Then came Demiana from Zoophoria, Miss Thatcher, Dazzling Lucy. Well back then, and again it is on the inside. Followed by deeper out Bakerloo and Defining as they come around the turn. And the ex-New Zealand filly Abalor under plenty of pressure. And Ha 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 moved up on the outside. Ha 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 takes the lead of the 300, but now African Daisy strides up on the outside. African Daisy joining Ha Ha Ha, and again's running on, and then Zoophoria the outside. African Daisy in front, she's got a fight on her hands. Zoophoria's coming on the outside, and again the inside. Zoophoria wide out, and again charging home is Bakerloo, and again Bakerloo, I think, and again just from Bakerloo, followed then by Zoophoria from African Daisy, and defining charging home at the end. Further back to Dazzling Lucy from Ha Ha Ha. A gap further back then to Whiskey Wisdom, Miss Thatcher, and Abalore, the leader of the field, was last in.
Oh, Joe Pride, well, he bookends things, doesn't he? Abalore maybe overdid things up on speed, but Anne again was able to capitalise off that hot speed and launch late. And she doesn't win out of turn. It's almost been a year between drinks for this girl, but, geez, that was a nice win. Win 3 at start number 30 with a stack of minors thrown in there. The 3 looks as though it'll run second, Bakerloo. The 6 was in a tight go, defining with the 11, Zoophoria. We'll confirm those minor numbers very shortly. Not much between third and fourth, Brad.
Third career win for Anne again, but even when she gets home, she gives Joe a bit of a heart attack there, but did enough to get home on the back of a nice ride there from Jay Ford. So good to see her back in the winners' tour. Something had to give there because they went really quick out in front. Set it up for the closers. Bakerloo made a late lunge just to miss. You thought that African Daisy had the race in her keeping, but that frantic pressure just played a part there that last 50 or 100 metres.
Yeah, it was a great ride by Jay Ford. We're just picking up something there, Brad. Jay's actions through the line. I've been watching a lot of jockeys for a long while, and he got a little bit desperate through the line, but then I realised that he had dropped his whip around about the 50-metre mark, so he had nothing else to give but the massive push through the line. What a combination these pair are, running at the moment, Joey Pride and Jay Ford. Well done.
So it ends up 9-3, 11 and 6. 9-3, 11 and 6. So Zoophoria just gets the beak down in time to take that third position.
Congratulations, Jay. Did you drop something?
Yeah, I dropped something about the 100. Bloody Nash knocked it straight out of my hands. So I'm glad we won.
It was funny because through the line, and I was watching you riding really hard hands and heels, and I thought, gee, that's a little bit different for Jay Ford like that.
Yeah, I was getting a bit in the back seat and throwing everything I could at her. She doesn't win very often, but we had a lovely run through. Just rode a bit patient as she likes to do and shredded through them. And it's good to see her stick her head out because she always runs well, but she struggles to win. So, although she's only won 3 now from 30, she's never far away. So it's a good result for her.
Well done, mate.
Cheers.
Brave Pride joins us now. Fantastic win. She doesn't win out of turn. We know that much. Career victory number 3 at start number 30. But today, everything went to plan, bar Jay just dropping that whip the final 100 or so.
It doesn't matter at the moment. He can win anything for us at the moment. He's flying Jay. It was a great ride, and she's a tricky horse because she just needs everything to go away with the way she races. But Jay rode it perfect today, and that was the difference between winning and losing.
In a weird way, the undoing of your other horse in Abalore kind of paved the way for her to work into the race. What did you make of that, just overdoing it a touch early?
Yeah, it was first run here, and we weren't expecting too much, but she probably just overdid it and got too revved up, and you can't be running those sort of sectionals on that type of track. So she'll be right. We'll probably send her to paddock, and she'll come back with a better horse.
Okay, well done.
Thank you.
Cosmonova a bit restless there on the inside. Ryder getting seated again. Yes, the wind flight, the favourite. We're ready for takeoff now. Gates are back, they're off. Last out of the gates was Art Volant, and the escape began very sharply, looking for the lead from Flight Crew. Boston Rocks is surging forward out wide. In Flight's going to settle fourth. In front of Ready to Shine, then Cosmonova back on the fence. Disneck, Art Volant, and Eye of the Fires last of all. So the escape went fast to lead, and Boston Rocks resuming today pulls his way to second from Flight Crew and to after the favourite In Flight. Similar margin to Ready to Shine, then Cosmonova from Disneck, Art Volant, and Eye of the Fires last of all. 500 metres to run. The escape a length and a half to Boston Rocks. Flight Crew tucked away the inside. In Flight about to peel, and further back to Cosmonova making ground into the straight. The escape shows the way from Flight Crew. It goes full thrust on the inside. On the outside, Boston Rocks, and In Flight goes to fourth. Down to the 200, Flight Crew. The escape, Boston Rocks, In Flight, and Disneck is coming late on the outside. In Flight takes the lead. In Flight in the shadows of the posters got them beaten, and In Flight lands to good bets there to win it, beating Disneck and Eye of the Fire. Then Flight Crew, the escape. Art Volant was next, followed by Boston Rocks, who got tired. Further back to Ready to Shine, and Cosmonova peaked on the run and weakened out to finish last.
Oh, in flight, a big go. Joe Bryden, Jay Ford, land the plonk. Well done to Corey, well done to Shani and to Brad as well. And the myriad of punters who've jumped on by the sounds of things. It was a good go and they've landed the plonk. And for in flight, that makes it 3 wins out of 4 at this preparation. Fantastic performance. The 1 Disnick has launched from well back. The 11 in for 3rd, that being Eye of the Fire, and the 9 will ultimately run 4th flight crew for Lee and Cherie Curtis.
Airborne, this filly, isn't she? In flight, got a lovely trailing run just in behind the speed, presented at the right time, and she ran right through the line. So onwards and upwards for a filly very much in form, and I still don't think we've seen the best of her yet. She's only had the 8 career starts. Disnick, what Disnick does, he gets back, he rattles home, and he was really strong through the line, and a real eye catcher there from Eye of the Fire. So they're obviously trying to teach him to settle. They did that, and he was really running through the line, so something to work with going forward from him.
He's riding in unbelievable form, Jay Ford, at the moment. He's obviously getting a lot more opportunities now that the boys are up in Brisbane, but everyone that he's getting, he's putting them in the right spots, he's getting the right runs and attacking the line at the right places. So well done, Jay Ford.
Well, congratulations, Joe. Fantastic win and in flight. Airborne.
Yeah, she's going so well, and the same as the other day, the strongest part of a race was just that last piece, and that's always the sign that a horse can, one can probably get a little bit further, but also is well above their opposition, and she's doing everything she needs to do to progress, and I think in time she should, based on the last couple of wins, she may well make a stakes horse.
Getting plenty of winners with Jay at the moment.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been a really good run with Jay. So, look, he's been a fantastic, worker for our stable, and he doesn't ride track work, but he's there every trial morning, and race day he turns up and never complains about what he gets put on, and it's coming off for him at the moment. So.
Okay, well done. Sounds like we've got a horse with plenty of promise.
I think so. Yeah, they are wet tracks she's winning on, so we've got to be guarded in that way. And it is the middle of winter, but she's winning with a fair bit of authority. So.
Will we see her again?
I'm not sure yet. I'll just take her home and have a look at her.
Congratulations, Jay. Another nice win.
Yeah, just another one of these proven thoroughbreds. Joe horses, lightly raced, good record going through the grade. So, it all worked out a treat. She drew nice. We were able to position ourselves so we're just stalking. Took the front when we needed to and was strong late. So she's progressing the right way. She's another one that she'll be better again in time. She's still got to furnish and become into a mare, but she's trending the right way.
Got a great strike rate for Joe. That's 95 winners. Did you know that?
Well, he did tell me, because I've got to mow you down. He said you're on about 110 or 115, so 95. I've got about 15 to catch you.
I just had a chat to him to slow your rides down.
Yeah, good.
Well done.
He's done so, and he's looking for a hat-trick of victories here today. 2071 with Zarveet, 2013 Fiumicino, who loved it wet, and then Destiny's Kiss. Here's Darren.
The WJ Mckell Cup over 2,000 metres, and they're off and racing. Golden Path handled the start well, together with Baby Rider and Danish Fortune. Queen Maker posies up well just behind them, followed by Finiska out wide. Lord Ardmore trying to go forward. Bold Mac sits back as Waterford is well back in the field looking for a position. Super Strike's gone right up on the inside, followed then by Principessa, and Touristic sits back a clear last. So Baby Rider in front going into the bend. Baby Rider from Golden Path, and Lord Ardmore is trying to get up on the outside, and it's got to do plenty of work there. Baby Rider's getting into pretty easy lead. In contrast, Lord Ardmore's pushing on the outside of Golden Path. They're followed by Danish Fortune with a bit of cover on the outside of Queen Maker. Then came Finiska midfield on the outside of Bold Mac. 2 lengths further back to Principessa and the blue cap from Super Strike. The race favourite Waterford, trying 2,000 metres for the first time, is second last and 3 lengths away to Touristic. So Baby Rider was able to establish the lead pretty comfortably early, as opposed to Lord Ardmore, did plenty of work to get his position on the outside. Danish Fortune inching closer, moving up 3 wide. Then Queen Maker on the inside of Golden Path. A length further back to Finiska, racing on the outside of Bold Mac. Then Principessa, Super Strike, Waterford, and Touristic given a quiet one back at the tail of the field. Baby Rider at the 750 metres, a half in front to Lord Ardmore. Then Danish Fortune doing it tough under the pump now. Golden Path Path travels behind them. Queen Maker's tossed in the towel. Further back to Bold Mac coming off the fence from Finiska. And the favourite Waterford hooking wide, starting a run. Baby Rider wound up into the straight, trying to beat off Lord Artmore. Golden Path is travelling up really well on the outside as Lord Artmore and now Golden Path take the lead of the 250. Down the outside is Waterford and Touristic coming with a good run. Golden Path dashes 2 lengths clear from Lord Artmore, Waterford, and then came Touristic. But Golden Path is roaring away with a WJ Mckell Cup. That's a big win, Golden Path. Touristic grabs second right on the wire from Lord Artmore, and Waterford just didn't really run on at the end of the 2,000 metres. Further back, Prince of Persia from Bold Mac Super Strike, Danish Fortune, Baby Rider Weekend out from Finiska, and Queen Maker was last in.
Oh, Golden Path, well done to Mick Price and Michael Kent Jr. there at Cranbourne. They get another win with this 4-year-old son of Bilardo. Last time out over the 2,000 metres was very well backed and strong late. You couldn't say the same again today, out to $3.60, but all they did was give you a better price if you're a fan of this galloper. The 7, Touristic, interesting run. Looked to be struggling to keep up with them for the majority of the race, but then has really picked up late to run second, and we'll confirm that third number shortly. It does look as though we might give that to the horse on the inside. Yeah, Waterford will ultimately run fourth, so Lord Ardmore will take that spot, Brad.
Yeah, listed winner now, this horse, so I don't think it'll be the last time we see him in black type company as far as winning races like that, because he absolutely bolted up, didn't he? His first try beyond the 1,600 metres was good last start. He obviously built off that and he really put them to the sword. So he's only had the 11 career starts and now 4 wins. He's got a great association with Chad Schofield, and he was dominant there, Corey.
He was dominant, Brad, and it was another terrific ride by Chad Schofield. I've been saying for years, he's got great hands on a horse. He's very, very balanced rider, and that race changed complexion a few times, especially down the back from the 1,500 through to about the 1,200, 1,000 metre mark. So it set up well. There was good speed. Again, Chad just picked the eyes out of it, but again, I just love how balanced he is when he gets the right horse.
Congratulations to Carl Holt and the rest of the team there. Just seeing whether Mick and Michael have somebody on track today, but I'll go through the numbers in the meantime. 5, 7, 10 and 2. The margins were 3.5 by a long head, and that race time 2:04.68, closing in 36.94. It doesn't look as though we have anyone from their camp, so we might head up to Queensland instead. Just wandering in. Hang on, bear with me. Might chat to Carl even in the meantime. Hey guys, who's keen to have a chat? Carl, can we grab you? Do you mind? Oh, why not? Well, we had a quick look around and we decided we'd find the best looking man here on track and a winner as well. No. Brilliant effort, and a horse that we saw last time out over the 2,000 step up again in trip today, and that was even better.
Yeah, no, that was good. He's the blinkers have made a big difference to him. The soft tracks he obviously likes, and the team have done a great job with him, and Chad's got a lot of confidence riding him, so we'll measured up today.
Now a listed winner, so the question is, where to from here?
Oh, I'll leave that to the better minds than me. They'll work it out. But that's the next level for him now. He's stepped up to a good level.
Yeah, it's good.
He's got his rating up so he can get into better races. So it's a nice problem to have.
Yeah, very strong late. Well done to you.
Thanks so much. Yeah.
Thanks to Carl. He's always good enough to stop and have a chat with us. 5, 7, 10 and 2. We might head north.
Not a lot to look at, but gee, he's strong.
Yeah, he's really relishing these longer trips. There was a few sort of question marks about him, his sort of will to win, but since they've gone on, he showed a lot of fight to win the other day, and today, I must be honest, I hit the front far too early, but even when he was out there on his own, he had those ears back and he was trying his best, so he's really turned the corner and he's airborne.
You're in terrific form. Singapore tomorrow?
Yeah, fly off tonight, and I think I got 5 or 6 rides there tomorrow.
Good luck.
Thanks, Corey.
All right, the last of them just making their way up, including King of Florida, and a shout out to Chris Waller, who became the first trainer to hit $50 million in prize money in a season. Looking to add to it here with that runner.
Florida. Light is on. And we're all set. They're off and racing now. Ballistic Kids, White Out jump well. So did the favourite LEU. And quickly Convincibility's being roused along by Molly Burke on the outside. LEU being challenged here by Convincibility. And Molly serving it up to the Victorian. Convincibility puts the head in front from LEU. Ballistic Kids can't get in. Caught wide going into the first bend. Wild Gypsy holding a spot. Hughes between runners. Then 10 to rise. Further back in the race to King of Florida out deep. Then came Silver Nido, West of Africa buried in the ruck. Little Contro back from Fire Tribe. And last of all, as they race down the side of the course, is Headley Grange. So Convincibility got the front, stormed to the front by 2. LEU had to sit back there when the pressure was applied. Hughes in third position from 10 to rise. King of Florida starting a run on the outside of Ballistic Kids, West of Africa. Little Contro the rails. Silver Nido under a punishing ride, third last as they turn. And Convincibility coming wider, led the way by 2 on LEU. Then came Hughes, Little Contro slicing through with Wild Gypsy. Then came King of Florida and Silver Nido, 5 off them. He's starting to hit top gear. LEU takes the lead again. LEU at the 200. Silver Nido and Little Contro trying, and then came Headley Grange, but LEU's got a nice lead. 50 out. LEU. Oh, great ride really by Jason Collett all over. And the Victorian breaks through today, LEU, beating Silver Nido and Little Contro. Headley Grange a close fourth. They beat off Convincibility. Then came Hughes from Wild Gypsy. Further back to Fire Tribe, West of Africa, King of Florida, 10 to rise, and Ballistic Kids.
3 LEU tones after 3 seconds in succession to start this prep. It has been running oh so well, and what a fantastic story. These two guys, they grew up in the same part of New Zealand together. They went to the same school, Cameron and Collett, and here they are teaming up with a winner at Rosehill, all the way from Pukekohe, where they were mates some 15 or 16 years ago. So a brilliant story and a very good horse. The 5, Silver Nido, loomed to win the race, but geez, the 3 was strong late. The 9, Little Contro, much the same could be said. And the 17, Headley Grange, ran well for Joe Pride, but just met a couple too good today. Brad?
Try as they might, they were no match for that winner. Runs out a really strong winner at that and building an impressive little record. So, yeah, you're right, Ben. I imagine there's a few stories there, and Jason Collett will take great satisfaction having ridden that winner. Absorbed pressure there because Convincibility didn't really give him a moment's peace throughout, yet to his credit, was really strong that last little bit. A few eye catches, but in the end, the winner too good.
Yeah, another terrific ride by Jason Collett. He's only had one here today, but he's a beautiful rider. He's got terrific hands. He's so balanced. He's very, very good on horses on wet tracks. He holds them with a lot of confidence. That was a great win and a great story.
Yeah, fantastic story, and we can hear a little bit more about it now. Well done, first and foremost, but to have Jace, a schoolmate, ride a winner for you here at Rosehill, you guys have come a long way from Pukekohe.
Yeah, we have. He's probably achieved more than I have. But look, I'm actually a bit speechless. It's just a great thrill to be here and to get a good Saturday winner.
You must have felt, even last week, I know that you were drawn a little differently, but you've arrived with confidence, you've sounded confident every time I've heard you talk about this galloper.
Yeah, and look, it's probably helped us. The race has been called off last week, given a week to settle in. Jade, who looks after him, she's been really happy with him. Andrew Calder, who's been riding work, has been wrapped, and Jason galloped on Tuesday. I better thank the Collets. They have looked after me for the last week and just absolutely wrapped.
Well done. You come from fine lineage. Your dad be proud. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Brilliant work, and nice to see Scotty get a win there.
Great win, but a great story.
It is. I could tell you a few good stories, but maybe wait till later. But no, this is awesome. We thought last week was the right race, and then put back a week and 24 noms, except as we were we were a bit worried. Thought, this isn't ideal for a horse that has led most at starts, but he showed today a bit of versatility.
Yeah, with all the pressure that was on, did you always feel the winner?
I did once the leader crossed me, which was really encouraging that he, in future it's going to be an option for him to be able to take the sit, because I felt like he softened once doing that, and I was just able to sort of stack the pack up and behind me and get clear.
Well done, mate.
Thanks.
There's the light now. Stand by for a break. I'm in to win. Off the map now. Racing. Steely was last out of the gates. I'm Into Win was only fairly into stride, and Highlights flew out. And Highlights is going to lead from Caesar's Palace. Testator Salens. I'm Into Win improving between runners. Fortune's got a good spot right on the inside of it. Then came Aramco from Redstone Wells. Steely trying to improve. Secret Plans going around the field. Kibosh getting onto its back. Well back in the field. Raging Bull from Bethencourt. War Eternal, Super Pursuit, and Deficit sees them all. Racing to the lead now. Testator Salens at the 1,000. Trying to get in front there of Highlights, who isn't handing up the lead. Caesar's Palace goes to third, and I'm Into Win fourth now, off with a bit of cover. Fortune creeps closer on the inside, followed by Redstone Well. Secret Plan, it'll sleep well tonight. Further back to Aramco, then Steely. Kibosh wide but with cover. Back in the field, the grey Bethencourt from Raging Bull. Super Pursuit. War Eternal second last, and Deficit sees them all. 600 metres to go. Highlights has really been pressured by Testator Salens. Caesar's Palace 3 out. Secret Plan 4 out. Kibosh gets cracking 5 wide. Fortune's getting a gap in the white cap. 1 off the fence. I'm Into Win in a bit of traffic into the straight. Highlights has worked in the lead. Shows the way by 2. From Kibosh the outside. Secret Plan. Fortune's not picking up, nor I'm Into Win. It's Highlights leading at the 200. Highlights a length in front of Secret Plan. Kibosh. Testator Salens trying to come back. Highlights still in front though. Clinging on. Testator Salens having another pop at the end. Just missed, I think. I hold the phone there. Highlights scrambling at the end, and Testator Salens put a final dive in. Then came I'm Into Win from Aramco. Then Deficit, Raging Bull, Secret Plan. Boy, it ran huge under the circumstances. War Eternal, Bethencourt, Redstone Well, Caesar's Palace, Kibosh. Fortune dropped out at the end, and Steely. Stand by, I'm not sure.
No, it is agonisingly tight, and if Darren Flindell doesn't want to get involved, I'm pretty sure I don't want to either. Highlights is trying desperately to hold on, and the 15 Testator Salens, which looked absolutely gone at about the 250, has put in one big dive on the line. Oh, there is a flared nostril between them. On that, the shutter cam, you would suggest that Highlights may have just held on. And it is in fact the inside that does. 8 beats 15, the 12 I'm Into Win, and the 17 are competing for those minor spots. But Highlights just holds off Testator Salens, Brad.
Yeah, Nash did everything he possibly could there to throw Testator Salens over the line, but Highlights, he bounces back there, so a little freshen up since last start. It did the trick. He found the front after I'm Into Win. Was a bit tardy at the getaway. He went straight there and dictated throughout, which obviously saw him bounce back to his best form. A few eye catchers in behind. We saw Aramco flash home at the finish. He's a horse to follow. He was only first up there, and War Eternal right down the outside.
Yeah, it was a nice little ride there by Paley Wheeler. I think where he won the race was coming down around about the 900 metre mark through to the 800 and even the 700. He backed the speed right out of the race. Not only did he back the speed out of it, but he had no pressure up on his outside to force him to make him go a little bit quicker. So I think it was just a very lucky ride to hold on by the barest of margin by Bailey Wheeler.
Congratulations, Bjorn. Fantastic. I saw you cheering. Where was the winner you were cheering 5 minutes before that race? Gold Coast?
Gold Coast Polytrack. I know the Gold Coast. That was the first runner at the Polytrack, so it's been a good 5 minutes anyway. It was great to see this horse do it. We've been pretty busy with him, but he's had a marvellous preparation. He just keeps going from good to good, and it was a really good ride by Bailey, and War Eternal and Super too.
Did you suspect that you'd held him?
Oh, I thought it was close, very close, and it can be a little bit misleading at times, so just very grateful to get the win.
Just on War Eternal, fantastic from well back.
Yeah, it was a great run. He may be looking for a touch further, but he's definitely going well, so we'll just have to think where we go with him.
Okay. Well done.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Bailey. Tough win.
Yeah, very tough win. I rode him a couple of years ago at Tamworth, and Cody Morgan had him, and I know him fairly well. He's a very tough horse, so when I was able to ride to the top and half dictate, but I knew he was a fit horse, so I wanted to utilise that with the claim, and on this track, so the claim definitely helps. So it's actually my first ever winner in these colours, so it's good to be back riding winners for Beyond on a Saturday.
Well done, buddy.
Thank you.
Ready to go now. Jason Collett looking for a double on Don Diego de Vega. Annabelle Neesham's import, and there's the light now. And we're ready to go. Set. Gates are back. off and racing. Going back towards the rear is Blackcomb in the early stages, and Kapakiri's jumped out well with November Falls. Right up on the speed is Miss Uella, and wider out Bear on the Loose is charging forward into the first turn. So November Falls, Bear on the Loose fight it out early, and now Rise to It's going forward on the outside to third. Then Miss Uella, Kapakiri and Fran Joseph doing some work improving out wide. Clear from Time Quest, Don Diego de Vega midfield. 2 lengths away then to the other grey Blue Cup on the rail from Carmaguay as they race down the back of the course. A gap further back in the field then to Mars a bit, Toes on the Nose, and Blackcomb is last of all. So they sort their order out, and the heavily back Bear on the Loose charges down the back of the 1,000, leading by a length on Rise to It. November Falls with cover. Fran Joseph doing a bit of work in 4, followed by Miss Uella. Then came Kapakiri, Time Quest, Don Diego de Vega on the outside of Blue Cup, and they're followed further back then as they race down the side by Carmaguay from Blackcomb trying to improve Mars a bit, and Toes on the Nose sees them all. Coming down the side of the course, it's Bear on the Loose, leaving the rails, and Kapakiri slipping through, so's November Falls. This is interesting. Kapakiri's gone up the inside of November Falls. Then came Bear on the Loose as they race for the home straight. Blue Cup further back. Don Diego de Vega's working into the clear. Kapakiri takes the lead of the 600. Bear on the Loose is coming back. The Bear's not done with, showing plenty of grunt. Bear on the Loose moved up to Kapakiri, clear from Don Diego de Vega. Inside the 100, Bear on the Loose from Don Diego Vega giving chase, but Bear on the Loose, he's been backed off the map, and the Bear's going to win first up in Australia. Bear on the Loose beat Don Diego de Vega. Photo third, Blackcomb and Time Quest. They were followed in by Our Anchorage together with Kapakiri. Further back to Carmaguay, November Falls. Then came Blackcomb, Mars a bit. Fran Joseph has weakened out. Gap back in the field to Rise to It. Miss Uella, Toes on the Nose, we're among the tail enders.
Oh, wasn't that one hell of a go? The 6, Bear on the Loose. Brilliant piece of riding as well by Nash Ruella. Was happy to give up the fence. He wanted to get to the preferred going, and he gets the win. Well, I've seen a few good goes, but that was a very good go. Trimming in $4.50 into $2.90 in the last couple of minutes. And where there's smoke, there's fire, and you guys are on fire.
Yeah, well, terrific win. Bear on the Loose. I love the name. Yep. And I love him even more now. You know, he's a horse that obviously suits Tulloch Lodge. You know, how Nash got him out, you know, and he surprised by travelling up there so early. You know, sort of Nash just took the, what did they say, bit between the teeth, and off he went. And, you know, he rode it a treat, Nash. Just sat there, you know, at the turn, let him kick up on the inside before he really pressed the button there at the 300. So it was great to see him back, to see these punters are very smart. And all these punters around Australia are very smart. Yeah. So it's great that when a horse is back like that, Tulloch Lodge can deliver.
The smart money was on, the average money was on, the dumb money was on. But there are plenty of bright people in this ownership group by the looks, and this horse is particularly popular. Some of the kits are outrageous.
Oh, brilliant. Look, have a look at all these owners here. You know, it's a great concept, you know, that they've put together, that you can get into a horse with Gay Waterhouse and Adrian Bott so cheap. So, look, it's a great concept. We've got the win today, so we've got 4 million happy owners right behind us here, so they'll be drinking champagne off their winnings.
It's good. You can join them as well. Well done.
I sure will. Thanks, Ben.
Congratulations, Nas. Firstly, great ride. Secondly, what a win.
It's a good win. You know, I've got to be honest, it's, you know, the lads there at Gaze, Timmy and Regan both give me a lot of confidence coming here today. They both sort of give me a good rap for him. And look, Gay, we're all sort of learning about him, I guess, but Gay sort of left it to me, and when he jumped well and he sort of went 100 and found his rhythm, it was never going to be running fifth. He was just going to make his own luck. And yeah, what a lovely horse. He was a bit lost in the straight and thought always there to be beat the last 100, but he actually dug deep again and away he went.
Was that the plan, coming down around the 600 to allow a couple to get up underneath you just to lead you into the straight?
No, not normally at that game to do that, but on this occasion they were. And look, to be honest, I just still had my horse. I'd ride my horse. I was happy where I was on the track and happy with the way he was travelling, and really I didn't need to be going early. I just had to get him keep him balanced and take my time first up over 18.
Well done, bud.
Cheers.
Spaycaster was a big winner of the Stayers Cup. Just about ready now. There's the light. Stand by for action. Last of 11 here at Rosehill. They're set and they're racing. Starman jump well together with Russian Ronnie, Whiteout and Kazoo. They've drawn Whiteout, Kazoo, Russian Ronnie, but they're charging forward to dominate early. To now Star jump really well third and now being restrained. King of Naples fourth, the rails. Further back to Hell of a Dancer, Bojangle, Shalald improving on the rails. Further back to Storm King is very wide into the bend. Then came Able Willie, wedged between runners. Noble Soldier, it's inside. Smashing Eagle back in the field from Southern Chile. Anything goes. And now Starman's dropped to last and a clear last as the heavily back favourite Kazoo leads, setting the speed a bit there, allowing Russian Ronnie to get a bit closer. King of Naples the fence third from Denal Star. Then came Shalal from Hell of a Dancer. Bojangle's being roused along. Noble Soldier hugging the rails as they straighten up. And Kazoo being held together at the 350. Kazoo now felt for 2, 3 in front to Russian Ronnie. And then came King of Naples. A good gap back to the rest. It's Kazoo in front of the 200. Kazoo by 2 on King of Naples. Russian Ronnie, Hell of a Dancer. Able Willie's flashing home at the end. Kazoo just in front. He's begging for the post. Kazoo, Russian Ronnie, Able Willie wide out. Kazoo, I think, clung on. Boy, Able Willie's wide out made it pretty interesting there. Russian Ronnie third, followed by Hell of a Dancer, King of Naples, further back to Bojangles. Then came Starman from Denal Star, Shalale, Anything Goes, Smashing Eagle, Storm King.
Oh, another good blonk landed. Kazoo looks as though it's held on just the 12. Able Willie has flooded home out wide, and I don't think we're going to see much of Able Willie on this low angle until the very end. The 6 ultimately runs third to my eye, but they are all tight. Well, congratulations. A great on-speed effort by Kazoo, wasn't it?
It was great. It was a terrific ride by Ben. We gave him strict instructions: make your intentions clear and roll forward to be on pace. And if you're not leading, then sit off. But he led and dictated well. Got a breather through the middle stages, which was the winning move. And she was brave late to hold on. So well done to him and the team at home. It was a great effort.
It is an important moment for Ben as well to get that win on the board. Metro wins at this stage of his career. They're all good ones.
Yeah, it is. And with the apprentices around at the moment, there's a good group of them. But look, with Zach and Dylan Gibbons having no claim, you need to rely on these 3 kilo kids to get their weights down. She had a big weight today. So it's great. We've given him a lot of opportunities. He's been riding well. And for him to get the win today, I'm sure he's going to be proud. And great job to him.
Well done.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Benny. That must feel good. Chris has been giving you a lot of support, but to finally ride a Saturday winner for him must feel great.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. I don't reckon I'll wipe the smile off my face for a few days, but yeah, I can't thank Chris enough. He's given me a good go, and it's good to repay him with a winner like this.
Take us through the race. You were obviously out in front, high balling. What were your thoughts on the line?
Well, I thought there might have been a bit more pressure early, but she was going so well and got there so easy. I backing it off enough during the middle stages, I thought, and then she did most of herself. I just gave her a little bit of rein, and she went through her gears down the straight, and it felt like they got to me pretty far out, but then she must have heard them or saw them, and she dug deep.
All right, mate, go and enjoy.
Thanks.